Our 11th UX slogan is, if you're not checking, you're guessing. In user experience, data always beats guesses. At Nielsen Norman Group, we've been preaching for over 2.5 decades that even the tiniest amount of empirical facts, so for example, observing just 2 to 5 users, vastly improves the probability of making correct design decisions. So why is this recommendation so hard for teams to follow? Well, I see teams make the wrong assumption that this doesn't apply to them for 3 reasons. 1, designers or stakeholders are technically a user of the product they design or think they're similar enough to their users to just make the right guess. 2, the team or stakeholders value their personal opinion or educated guess too highly, and thus they don't even consider that it could be wrong. Or 3, teams think that in order to do research, they must have huge research budgets or be dedicated researchers or have a specialized team and bandwidth. My answer to all 3 of these scenarios: if you aren't checking, you're guessing. And guessing wrong almost always has consequences. My favorite example of this is from Jacob, our co-founder, when reading forum responses to a question from a designer, asking for recommendations on how to provide users with adjusting text sizes in an interface. In the forum, 100% of designers who provided external data were right, whereas only 25% of the designers who relied on their personal opinion were right. Even better, 75% of guessers were actually wrong. As Jacob points out, a designer would be better off tossing a coin than asking for advice from these people. Even though it's a simple example, basing design advice on even just the smallest amount of empirical observation of real users quadruples the probability of being right. A little data goes a long way. You don't have to be a PhD in research or survey 100 users. The goal is to find a handful of users, meaning people who align back to your personas or are real users of your product, and observe them using your experience. While this may take a little time and effort, it will be nothing compared to the time and effort required to fix wrong guesses you make. Data, even just a small amount, will always beat guesses.